So really briefly, I just wanted to tell you about my struggle with seed oils. It started maybe about 9 years ago, I guess. I got diagnosed with acid reflux. I had a pretty bad stomach ulcer. Um, they put me on this pill called lansoprazole, I guess. Prevacid, I think, is the brand name. And I was on it for a while and still was getting this just really horrible burning pain in my stomach. And after about a year of being on the medicine, I was told that it's a lifestyle thing or genetics, and I would just have to live with it. I'd just have to keep taking the medicine for the rest of my life. And I thought that doesn't make any sense. I'm not having any acidic foods. I'm not having fruit. I'm not having orange juice. I'm not having coffee. I'm I'm avoiding all the foods that they're telling me to avoid. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what the heck was going on, why I was still getting the pain, and I couldn't believe that the solution was for me to just take this pill for the rest of my life. And so I ended up eventually, after maybe 2 years, so after another year after they gave me the diagnosis, told me I'm going to have to take the pill for the rest of my life, I started eliminating things from my diet. And I'm recording this because right now I'm eating mostly I'd say like a carnivore diet where it's maybe like 80%, 85% meat and eggs, a little bit of milk, some homemade yogurt. But I have some cheat days sometimes. And earlier this week, maybe like 2 days ago, I had a cheat day and I just really, really wanted a chicken sandwich. So I got a fried chicken sandwich. And the night after, I just completely felt it. Like I felt this really horrible burning sensation in my stomach, which I hadn't felt in months, since probably the last time I had a cheat day. And the only thing that it could have been really, I mean, well, there's two things. There's the wheat in the bun and also the breaded chicken breast. But then there's the oil, not only in the fried chicken breast, but also in the sauce that's on the sandwich. And to a degree, I know that the wheat gives me trouble. I know if I have too much wheat or just like your normal kind of Wonder Bread type processed wheat, I get really clogged up. Like I can't go to the bathroom and I get a little bit of stomach acid. But with the seed oils, it's just way worse. And I'm thinking it's the seed oils, or at least I'm pretty convinced that it is, because when I don't have them, I just don't, I do not get this pain. I don't get the burning sensation in my stomach. And I found this out earlier this year when I'm a sucker for ramen. So I went to a ramen place, two ramen places actually. The first one I did completely fine. Like the flour and the noodles clogged me up a little bit. Couldn't really go to the bathroom as usual the day after. But then the next week, I tried a different ramen place. I'm in South Korea, so this ramen place was in Itaewon, and I noticed like, man, there's a lot of fat in this broth. But I ate everything, and I like drinking the broth, so I drank the broth. And then later that night, I just got this really intense abdominal aching, like a really, really aching pain, which is really unusual. And then I got the burning sensation as well. And then the day after, uh, there's no like easy way to explain it. I was in the bathroom all day. Let's just put it that way. My toilet was working overtime the day after. And I couldn't figure it out because the ramen from the other place was just pretty much completely fine, didn't give me any trouble, and I drank all the broth. And the only difference was that there was like you could see the fat floating in the soup. And so I didn't really know what to think about it, and just randomly I had been doom scrolling, and this video comes up about some famous ramen place in Tokyo, and I see this chef scoop what looks to be vegetable oil and just dump it right in the bowl before he puts the broth in and then the noodles. And so I looked it up, and I just did a quick search on Google, and I was like, is there vegetable oil in ramen and fresh ramen? And it turns out they have this thing called aroma oil, which is basically just seed oil, like soybean oil or canola oil, that's infused with some spices or some fish flakes, bonito flakes, or something like that. And so I think that's it. I read the comments on the video, and I should have saved the video, but I didn't. But in the comments, there's so many people that are saying like, "Oh, in Japan, it's considered rude to finish your broth, and you shouldn't finish your broth." And there are other people that commented saying, "Oh, I always finish my broth because I like it so much, but it's so rich that it gives me trouble. Basically, diarrhea. It gives me diarrhea." And so after seeing those comments and learning what is in the aroma oil, I think it's 100% the seed oil. And I'm noticing that, like, whenever I have it. Like, the thing about an elimination diet is you really get an idea of what's giving you trouble, what's working with you, and what's not working with you. And this is something that's really not working with me. And I wanted to post a video like this that's a little bit different because I wanted to ask anyone watching if you've noticed anything similar. Like, if you have, like when you have seed oils or when you have soybean oil or canola oil, does it give you any kind of gastrointestinal issues? Because that's what I'm noticing with my body chemistry or how I digest food, is it really does not agree with me. And so I get frustrated when I am trying to look this stuff up online, and I see what I see is, there's two camps. There's the pro seed oil, which seems to be kind of like vegan activist types, and then there's the anti seed oil, maybe carnivore types. I don't want to further this like tribalism, but it gets frustrating because there's not a lot of people I haven't found a lot of videos where people are explaining their own personal situation or how their own body reacts to seed oils. But that's my experience, and I was wondering if anybody else has had similar experiences with this stuff, because it's like, most of you have probably already heard this before, but in terms of industrialized seed oils, not like grapeseed or any kind of seed oil, sesame oil, any of the older seed oils, these processed seed oils like soybean oil and canola oil, sunflower oil, humans haven't been eating them for that long. And I just find that my body does so much better when I don't have any of it. Like, none of the processed foods, none of the snacks, no salad dressing, nothing. And so I just wanted to put this out there and ask anyone watching, yeah, have you seen similar things? Have you had similar experiences with seed oils? Because I know it's different for everyone, but I don't know, I get frustrated when I get comments or see comments of people really playing down the fact that people are seeing improvements in their health when they stop eating these things. Um, yeah, so that's it. I know it's a new video format. I don't know how this is going to go, but if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more content like this, then let me know and leave a comment below to continue the conversation. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.